hair journey life. Because I think it's interesting that there's so many people that have so many opinions about long hair or hair that might be wavy. So, first off, I think people are just so silly that they think that they can go, and this was on somebody else's page, and maybe they don't even care. I doubt they even care, because a lot of people, the way that they deal with comments is they just let the comments come, and then when somebody writes something, even if it's kind of, in my view, a little inflammatory, they'll leave it up for views, and they'll let people argue in the comments, and that's just how some people do it. And on this one particular video, I don't even think people were arguing in the comments. I just was thinking how ridiculous this particular person's criticism of this woman. Okay, she has super thick, super long hair, and I think it looks really nice. I think she has really pretty hair. And there was this person in the comments saying that there was something wrong with her hair, and she should trim off the last 5 inches because it's frizzy, in quotation marks. Because honestly, I'm so over the whole frizzy thing. It's usually kind of, it comes from YT, white perspective, that people should have pin straight hair, and that, if there's any bends to the hair. But there are white people with curly and wavy hair. But if somebody's more ethnic, I've noticed that these comments come out to play more, their hair has to be perfectly straight, and they'll submit it into submission with hot tools. And this woman was just saying how she didn't think this woman had healthy hair. It was just thick. So I thought, gee, the criticism, I wrote back, I said, it's just so egregious that people feel comfortable making comments on somebody else's video telling them how many inches of hair that they need to trim off. It's none of their business. I said, this lady has healthy hair, and her hair is not frizzy, it's wavy, okay? And then I thought, oh gosh, this lady making the comment, she just was acting like she was the expert on this topic, like she knew everything. And she basically wrote something that I thought was really silly. Hi, how you doing? In my opinion. Just saying that this woman had to cut her hair. So I went and looked at this woman's profile because I thought, boy, she must have really long hair. Maybe she's an expert on this topic. No, just out of pure curiosity. I don't always look at people's comments, but she was in this woman's comment section in this video that was very cute. It was just about long hair dressing problems, and it was a cute video, and she has nice hair. And so I don't know, I went and I looked at this woman's profile. She has really short hair, and she dyes it, which, that's fine, but she wasn't exactly the paragon of healthy hair, because I would never be mean or cruel to somebody, but it looks like she did a lot of chemical treatments to her hair, and it looked like it was a little damaged. So basically, this is what I got from this woman's comments was, it's the typical woman. There's a lot of women that, and I even got some comments like this a few weeks ago, and I guess I could have left those comments up, but I took them down just because I'm not interested in getting positive comments from women that want to put me in a box. There's a lot of women running around. Not all women. Look, I do not like incel culture. I'm the first one to say. I think incel culture is ridiculous. And, I don't really resonate with hardcore feminist culture where they kind of do the same thing. And somebody made a great comment the other day. Somebody said, incels are the kind of the extreme incels are kind of like the extreme feminists, and they kind of have so many similarities, but they don't even get it. And somebody called incels the male feminist movement, and I was like, that's kind of a good point, right? But I see people that kind of make these type of comments that are in these camps, and it's not even like extreme feminists all the time. Sometimes it's just women that are like mean girls that want to put people in a box, that want everybody to follow a trend because they follow a trend. And I think Gen Z is upsetting the system because Gen Z people, like, they do what they like and they don't follow trends. Like, they might to some degree, but a lot of Gen Z people, they're just happy living their own lives. But there are some older women, they like to tell other women that they should cut their hair or that they need to have a haircut that matches their face shape. And this particular woman in my own comment section was just very insistent that I style my wavy hair a certain way to enhance my face shape and I would get better comments. And I was thinking, you know what? I'm happy with the comments I get in life. I love my sense of style. I love my hair. And yes, it's doing things for me. And I should have probably kept her comment up, but I decided not to because I'm like, your comment comes from a mean girl space. And she kind of like defended herself and said, no, you don't even have to have a short haircut. But here's the thing. I've decided to like make it very clear what my channel is about. I'm not into layers, okay? I don't find layers exciting. I think volume is overrated. Like, yes, sometimes your hair can be thick and fluffy, but like all these tricks and techniques that people use to make their hair look more voluminous, that's not my grape jelly jam. I just want to braid my hair. I want to put it in updos. If I wear it down occasionally, it's just going to be in its natural waves, and I don't scrunch my hair. Like, even my wavy hair technique is different than other people's. I just braid my hair. You know, after I shower, my hair is super, super wavy. And my hair is wavy, but I'm not going to do anything to make my hair look like a certain kind of wavy because I don't want to. I just want my hair to be what I want it to be, to make me happy. My hair is not on this earth to make people in a certain demographic happy, you know? Oh, the dress? I got the dress on Amazon. So I just type in like 1950s style dresses, and there's a lot of really cute dresses on Amazon. And I like this one because it's like 95% cotton and like 5% I think elastin, so it kind of stretches. And there's a lot of really cute dresses. They're a little bit more than they used to be, but I like to buy variations of like, it's not exactly a 1950s dress, but it kind of just has that silhouette. I don't wear like petticoats or anything underneath it to make it like flowy. I just kind of wear them more just year round, but in the summer they're perfect as sundresses. I really do like them a lot. They're fun dresses to wear, and they wash well because they're cotton with a little bit of stretch. And I bought some dresses on Temu. Like, I decided to explore the world of Temu, but I don't recommend them because the dresses that were similar were mostly polyester, whereas on Amazon you can still find the cotton ones. I don't know how much, like, are they going to stop doing the cotton ones eventually? I hope not. I want to buy another dress. Like, I have a lot of dresses in this kind of style. And there's certain vendors that I like better. Like, the one I really like, I like the Grace Karen. It's not Donna Karen, but I think it's like a play on Donna Karen. They call themselves Grace, and it's Karin. That's one. This one I think was Han H-A-N Spears. You know what? I have a Amazon storefront actually, where you can see a lot of these dresses. Like, if you click on the link in my bio, like, I have an Amazon storefront where I've shown like a lot of the different dresses that I wear. Like, there are dresses I buy at Ross that I just find randomly, but like the ones that I bought on Amazon, you can find them on my storefront. So I've shared a lot of those things over the years. I should update it. It's just I don't always update for Amazon just because I've been doing YouTube. And I kind of started doing TikTok more. I'm getting more followers on TikTok, but it's interesting because the followers I'm getting, they're not really, like, I'm getting comments, but they're not really saying anything. Like, they're not, like, they like my video, some of them, but they're not really engaging with it. And then I'm like, I don't know, are they all real people or are they bots? But all of a sudden I got more followers and I didn't do anything. Like, I don't promote my channel in any way. I just post, okay? Like, I get a lot of spam where people tell me I should pay them to promote my channel, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to pay you to promote my YouTube or TikTok channel. If it gets traction, it gets traction, right? But recently I got quite a few more followers on TikTok. But I just kind of cross-post there what I post here. But my lives are definitely unique to YouTube. And my long-form videos, of course. Okay, thank you. But yeah, anyhow, I guess just getting back to, I don't understand the point of people that they make it their life's mission to comment on what other people are doing. I like what I'm doing. I like how I dress. I share my vision. Like, this is my style. And part of the reason I started doing, like, I've been on YouTube for years, actually. Like, I have videos on my first channel going back 15, 16 years. Because I had a channel in the beginning. They weren't, like, highly edited, developed videos. But I'm so glad those videos are there. Because it feels like a video diary. And I feel like you can see, like, the 2010s and the late 2000s in my videos. Like, those videos that I have, they make me so happy because I'm like, I feel like, for me, I like to document, like, how life changes, and I feel like that's my contribution. And then also, like, for me, I started making videos about long hair like 10 years ago. I didn't start this channel until 8 years ago, just because I got tired of women that felt like they had a right to say what my hair should look like. And or just to make little comments. And I'm like, that's not okay. Like, you don't get to tell other women what their hair should look like. And it's so funny because culture has completely changed. 10 years ago, bright, zany colors were not acceptable, and tattoos were not acceptable. But now those things are mainstream. But there's still some women, like, they're very upset about, like, and I don't really care what people want to do with their hair in life. I just am sharing my hair journey. I like super long hair. The only treatment I do to my hair is henna. I'm more on the natural side of things. I'm not into, like, doing, like, chemical treatments on my hair. I'm never going to do that. I don't go to the salon because I'm like, why? What is it at the salon that they can do that I can't do for myself? I live a very natural life. Like, I don't do things like that. My whole life is DIY, and I'm sharing my DIY journey my way. And I guess the only thing that I feel like this could resonate with you is that if you want to just be yourself in your own DIY way, like, have your own little DIY journey where you live life with your own sense of fashion, your own sense of style, you want to grow your hair, I want to be your encouragement, okay? Don't let anybody tell you can't do it. Yeah, it could be hair jealousy. I also think it's just people being mean. Like, I think some people just really want to make everybody look the same. Like, you know how they always say that in modern times that we don't all dress the same? And I do think that this is kind of going away with the younger generation. I know a lot of people hate on Gen Z, but I don't, because my nephew is Gen Z, and my nephew is amazing. And I know other young people, and I am, like, late Gen X, but I'm always going to prop up Gen Z because you guys are the future, and I don't like it. Like, I don't like how people make them feel bad and make them think like they're not doing good things in the world, because I think Gen Z's kind of breaking this. Like, I see Gen Z kind of going their own way, and even though Gen X claims to be so inclusive and open-minded, and most Gen X people are, I do see some of the older Gen X people, they kind of lean into this, like, they want to tell everybody how they should dress and how they should do things. And I don't mean to stereotype, but it's always kind of been like women, like, look, if there's a group of women and they kind of all want to look the same, that's fine. But if you're a woman and you don't dress like they do and you don't follow the trends, and this was very much a thing like in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, they're going to hate on you. And sometimes it could be hair jealousy, but sometimes it's just they don't like it when somebody does their own thing. Like, it really bothers them for some reason. Like, they don't like somebody being themselves. And some of it's just being hateful. I don't know. I really have never been able to figure all of this out. But I do think that I found this meme, and I'm not usually into memes, but it was just like people who focus on other people really should focus on themselves. I'm like, anybody that's online telling other people what they should do with their life, how they should change themselves. Now, here's the difference. If somebody has a channel, and there are some people that do these channels on YouTube and TikTok, but that's not mine, where they're asking, like they're actively asking for advice, then, these women should go to those channels and help those women, I guess, because there's some people that they want your advice. But honestly, like, I'm happy. I'm just sharing what I like to do. If it resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, like, you don't have to do what I'm doing. But I do love this dress because it kind of reminds me of, like, Chinese China, like a China plate. Like those plates that are white and blue. I don't know. It just reminds me of, like, a plate. I like this dress. But yeah, there is jealousy in all walks of life. So I just think anytime you have these people online that are telling other people that they need to do X, Y, and Z, I'm like, that's not necessary. I try not to lean into that kind of commentary too much. But I do feel like it needs to be said because I feel like there are some younger people that do it, but I do see it as older people online that, I don't know, they don't want you to be happy, okay? And yeah, some of it is jealousy, but some of it's just like not being a happy person. Like anybody that, like when you have a bright light that shines, there are some people that don't want you to be happy. And yeah, that could be jealousy too, or that could just be that they want you to feel so disillusioned with the world. They want you to be sad. So they're going to spread their negativity. And sometimes they use politics to do it, to divide and conquer us. Sometimes they use like fashion tips. Sometimes they use rage bait. And I'm so over it. That's why I'm a big proponent of kindness culture. And anybody who doesn't like kindness culture, you're just angry. You have a problem. You're not a nice person. Like if you don't believe in kindness culture, if you don't want to build other people up, then maybe you should work on yourself. You should seek out therapy. You should ask yourself why you think it's okay to go on social media or just in daily life, because there's still people who do this in daily life to like critique others, but you're obviously not working on yourself. And this all harkens back to that comment I saw last night on that lady's video. Like I looked at some of this one lady's videos that was making those comments, and she didn't seem happy. Like she had several videos talking about how people at this one office space like canceled her appointment and they were wrong and she was right. And it just seemed like a lot of her videos were about how other people were messing up and she was doing everything right, and she didn't seem like somebody that was lifting other people up. She wasn't somebody that was doing things for her neighbors. She wasn't someone that was going out of her way to help others. She was just complaining about like customer service, which kind of tells me a lot about you if you're one of those people, like, Karen culture, and then you go on somebody's video and tell them that they should cut off 5 inches of their hair because it's not healthy. And I look at your videos and your hair is definitely not healthy. Like, I don't know, but it just reminds me of that vibe of slightly older women that want everybody to do what they did. Like, there's like this one group of women, like if your hair was long enough to be in a ponytail, then it was too long. Like literally, there were some women that used to believe this, and those were the kind of women. Like my mom still had longer hair, not as long as mine, but she was working in a cable office, and this lady came in one day and asked her if she was a hippie. I'm like, that's lame. Like, are you a mean girl to that length that you can't let other women be themselves? And that was why I started making long hair videos. It was that vibe. Like, I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of this. We should talk about it. But that's not the only reason I want to make long hair videos. But I just want to tell you, anytime you run across people in